You got the big guy open in the block.
This is a mismatch here. Abaya trying to back down Samara. Follow-away jumper is good.
That's his game. He gets that ball down on the block.
And again, Cincinnati wants to push. Thomas, catch and shoot three. Offensive rebound, Miller inside. Trying to muscle his way up, and he does well. His first bucket at Cincinnati.
He's not afraid to shoot that ball, and that's what you need. You need guys that are looking to score, but also buy into the teamwork as well.
Miller up for the rim rattle.
What he did, he sealed him front side, got the ball one step, drop step, two-hand dunk. And there's another screen here.
Miller, the cross, and the finish. You can live with that one because you know he took the message to heart.
Absolutely.
On the drive, Miller, another big-time flush.
1-on-1 play on the isolation, and you have an advantage for an open guy. He didn't let it develop. He was rushing a little bit, and he turned it over.
Dada has come up unlucky a couple of times, and look at that. Leaping with the long strides and a flush for Baba.
Oh, Miller running the floor like a pro. That was impressive. 1-2 dribble after the catch. Wow, that was impressive. Yep.
Baba Miller.
Transition 1-2 dribble from the foul line and flushes it.
Start counting the sheep. Baba putting him to bed.
Throw it down hard, big fella.
The way the game's trending, you kind of miss that big bruiser inside, that 6'8", 250 kind of guy. That's a valuable asset as well.
Yeah, that come here and it just evolve around the program.
You knew right off the bat how many wins you were part of at Cincinnati.
Yeah, I don't want to toot my horn too much, but
he's got 3 points. It's been tough sledding for Johnson tonight. You can see the smoothness in his game as Abaya rattles it in off the pull-up. As you alluded to, they left a lot of meat on the bone at the line.
How about the recovering and the recuperative powers of Sincere Harris? Oh, my goodness!
A putback dunk off the free throw. You don't see that too often. Miller can add that one to his highlight reel.
You miss it perfectly. It bounces a couple times softly on the rim.
Tucker struggling to get it in. Eno misses at the rim. Cooper denied. The transfer from Oregon. Eno's been a bright spot off the bench tonight for the Panthers. He'll try again from three, but Miller gets a hand to it. Tillery leads the break. Feeds Chum running the lane, and a really hard foul. Tried to slam it down, but he's going back to the line. Miller grabs another rebound. It's his 6th of the night. Chum trying to get position inside.
What a touch, big to big. And your defender in the middle just keeps falling back, trying to take away the dunk, and you just hit the floater.
Miller aggressive up top, helps out with the steal. Rodriguez flips it. Miller flying to the rim and one.
Rebound so far, 6 on the defensive side, but so fluid. Twisting of the body to kiss it off the glass.
Trying to free up Sherrard. That's not there either. Beam down to 3 to shoot, and Thomas comes from behind to take it away. Over to Krisa, back to Miller. My goodness, and one. Hammer time.
Good friends. It is Miller time. Look at the play, the spin around, the behind the back, the drop off, and you know what it is. If there's another 6'11" player that runs the floor better than Baba Miller, bring him to Clifton, because I haven't seen it. There's something that's good, maybe. But I tell you what, this guy is...
Miller on the reverse. Going deep into the bag of tricks tonight.
No matter where he's been, his minutes are better from year to year. His points per game and rebounds.
Berthay gives it up. Chappelle rising to the rim, but it rolls out. Second try, Miller stuffs it.
3 blocks now for Baba Miller.
Wide open in the corner, Miller. Stuff at one end, 3 on the other.
Why not?
Thomas had a good look at 3, but wanting to use more clock here late in the game. Miller through the contact.
Miller. Back to man. I mean, look at this back down. He uses it and then just takes his elbow and rolls and just
Thomas takes it away. And a 2-on-1 the other way. Miller. Always known for the highlight reel.
It's in transition. The poke around by Day gives it up. Thomas goes, he looks, throws a no look, and running the floor. Game 3 is testing your patience.
Only 5 seconds to shoot here on the inbound. It goes to Thomas. He misfires. Good deflection inside there, and the rebound to Cincinnati. First team All-Big West last year. Miller skips it. Thomas for 3. Trying to attack Harris to the rim, and it's swatted by Miller on the reverse.
Look at that, just swatted it.
Miller, the strip, looking for his first points of the night.
Oh, wow. This is what the Bearcat fans wanted to see.
Krisa! And Miller stuffs it down. Switch again. Dayton's been switching all night. Krisa, no look. Miller down low. They want the double team. Harris nearly came down for the travel. Got rid of it in time to Miller. And a 3-point play once again at the other end.
Your Keys came back in the last game against St. Francis, puts it up, misses everything on the rim. McCowan gets it and tries to throw it in, but it's blocked by Baba Miller. Here, 11-8, Mount St. Mary's up. Here's Baba inside, one dribble off the glass, put it in.
Baseline screen, big to big. If you double that, then they...
Here to Kirk Krisa. Abayev, pull-up jumper. And Baba with the slam. He comes out of nowhere.
You got to find out, look, throws this guy out the way. It just goes up with the two-hand flush.
6.5 to go here in the first half. Baba inside, puts up the shot. Float game's good.
Wow. And that's just nothing you can do with that. That's 6'11". I mean, look at this. Wipes his arm off and just takes 2 steps. Nothing you can do with that. That's just a beautiful.
DeVoe, it's tipped by Baba.
Abayev had a couple.
Could count a handful probably in the last 5 minutes. Here's McCowan, and it's swatted by Baba. Excuse me, Chom. Here's Tillery, Thomas inside. Baba!
Could have been an and 1. You got hit on the chest.
For Mount St. Mary's.
I mean, look at that. Baba, and 1. Knocked on the arm.
There's Baba. He's got control of it. Here's Chom. Oh, baby, what a slam.
As Wes Miller would tell you, you don't take anybody for granted. Another block from behind by Baba Miller, and he takes it like Kenyon Martin style.
Chom.
Oh my goodness.
Krisa, corner 3. Missing it, but rebounded by Baba. What a board. Inside. And muscle from Miller.
Opening minutes have seemed pretty frantic overall.
Adrian Woolley, Kennesaw State transfer. Frew is there for the rebound, and he blows the layup. 0 for 5 start for Louisville. Krisa into Miller. Abayev. This kid is not shy. He's put up 5 shots and about... McKinley with a good rebound up ahead to Miller. Little 3-on-3 here. Miller dumps it off for the bucket. Scored by Sincere Harris.
Baba Miller, only 6 years ago, was 6'2". Now you talk about a guy who is 6'11".
Doing 3 things all the time. Run, rebound, defend. The rest is going to come from there. And so far, he's doing it. He's dishing as well. Up top to the redshirt freshman McKinley. Arguably best offense in the country, isn't it, from the field, and they're getting run over at the rim.
Well, they worked a ton on today. Day just turns that corner. He's going to be able to drive that gap.
Miller in the roots. Miller hard charging. Got it. Baba Miller with his first points.
Now, I talked to him earlier today about utilizing a count. He said something he's been working on. You know, saying 1, 2.
Cincinnati was led by Day Thomas's 10. Abayev and Mustafa Chama had 6. And Miller muscles one right through Hadley for the bucket and 1.
Aside for him taking his time to get to that position on the floor. You work, you work, you work,
With just 7 field goals in the first half, Louisville, and they've already got 3 made buckets in the second. Krisak inside finds Miller.
3 quick threes for Cincinnati offensively. And you're going to see a little cross screen right there.
This has been Cincinnati's offense so far tonight. A lot of passing, making the extra kick, and it leads this time to a Baba Miller layup.
I tell you what, the Euro has changed the way basketball is officiated as he just smacks that one down. Baba Miller, he runs right into the defender. Paul.
Quick burst here for the Texans, taking advantage of some Cincinnati turnovers, but Baba Miller takes matters into his own hands. Shot clock doesn't reset, it's at 3. McKinley, the kick, Celestine, late shot clock. Miller follows it with the slam.
One thing he does really well is he rebounds the ball, whether offensively or defensively. Baba Miller. You can see Buck Harris in there carving out.
Kriisa.
That's good action by the Bearcats.
Labayev open for 3. They're starting to fall for Cincinnati to open the second half. Cham maybe getting away with a couple of calls in this second half. Kriisa again from long range. Billy Gillespie rolling the dice here, keeping Owens on the floor with 4 fouls. And Miller rising up high.
It's a beautiful thing when you catch it off the curl. What to do with it? It's Miller time. By their bench scoring. 61% of their points come from their bench. That's because your best player does not start. He comes off the bench.
Miscommunication on the out under. Sorrell with the nice little slip.
Miller, good take to the basket. Blue Cane 93% at the line. Rattles that one home, and Georgia ties it up at 9. Oh no, Baba Miller! My goodness. 6'11", 225, flying down the lane.
Look where he takes off from. That is outside the dotted part of the free throw area. I told you, 6'11" with guard skills. Oh my goodness.
Miller, big hop step, put the ball on the floor and then just rattles the rim.
First the execution, Baba Miller with the short roll.
Labayev, the left-hander, fires. The follow by Miller. His 3rd dunk today.
He's coming off a game where he had 17 rebounds off 2 feet and then following up inside.
They'll need to get him going, averaging 17 a game. And for Wilkinson, that's his first basket. Up and under is good from Jalen Celestine. Great start to this game, been relatively quiet, trying to make some noise now on this trip down the floor. Gets it to Kriisa, who buries a 3.
That's just not good transition awareness to allow Baba Miller to get feet in the paint.
Up top to Baba Miller, looking down low for Cham. Quickly back out to Miller. And he hits from 3 to start the game. Along with JT Toppin at Texas Tech. Thomas rims out, swatted around a couple of times, and it falls to Miller.
Mustafa Cham keeping the ball. I'll tell you what, I am officially a junkie.
Good pass inside, and Miller throws it down to finish it off.
Beautiful no-look pass. Catches it. Doesn't even think about laying it up.
Labayev attacks and dumps it down to Miller.
A one-man highlight reel right now, and Baba Miller. Enough for Baba Miller. This is how you do it around here. 180 dunk off a beautiful no-look pass. He just stepped behind the screen. I mean, that wasn't a total line 3-point shot. Beautiful pass.
And Zella off the glass and 1.
But I'm seeing...
James had it for a moment, but it ricochets back to Kriisa. Inside, Miller once again gets open for the flush. And this Bearcats offense with Labayev and others just continues to click. Final possession of the half is going to go to Cincinnati. A turnover again. Miller, the alley-oop. Cham has 3 blocks tonight for Cincinnati on the defensive end. Miller Gets grabbed. Doesn't matter.
Pump fake. Get the defense in the air. Take the foul on the left arm. Finger roll it in. Great pace. Good rim protection by Mustafa Cham. And then a good rim run by his bookend bully, Baba Miller.
13 for Simpson tonight to go along with 5 boards. Zella doubled. Finds Miller inside with a foul.
Oh my. Don't have big guys to stop him. Under control, step through, power dribble, hit on the chest, lower to the ground. 2 hands, it's like a crab dribble, they would call it sometimes. If you're dribbling like a back down dribble as Baba blocks that shot.
That was the message from Miller coming into the game tonight.
Now that's how you do a behind the back pass.
That's how you send a message too.
I mean, he whipped that back. That's a behind the back pass.
That's no good for Anderson. Abayev leaks out. Tillery, Miller, flush it. When you're on the break, just give it to the human highlight reel. New career high for Miller tonight.
Pass is knocked down. Good reach up there from Esmeraldo. Miller lays it off, and Zella benefits. And a lot through that high post, the Bisons are, with Williams and Asman. Back in front by a basket. Miller cut off, skips it to Krisa. He hits the 3. Separated by Kirk Krisa. 9 points for the Estonian. Miller skies up for yet another rebound, already his 4th.
Nice pass.
Better defense from the Bisons. Nobody finds Krisa.
Baba Miller is putting on a one-man show.
There's Williams. Now Asman on the drive, working on Miller. And Baba Miller wins that battle. Celestine spots up for 3. Miller just reaches over Ashkenazi for the rebound, and it leads to a 3 for Thomas. Alvin Zella sits as well for Cincinnati. James hits the 3. Forces him to the bench, and Okpara back in. Thomas lobs it up. Miller, second try, 3rd time's the charm for Baba Miller.
Oh my goodness. Look down low. Call for the ball. Get opposite.
Instead, Thomas lights it up from 3 again.
Mustafa Cham, either a defensive stop. Buck is the guy that you want on the mission because he just does not accept no for an answer.
Esmeraldo runs into traffic and gives it up again. James on the other side of the rim.
And look at this. Baba Miller, one-hand baseball pass, linked to the court, takes the contact, change the tone defensively, and when he's not, he shoots some head scratches. Another turnover.
Zargunis just gives that up. Harris. Miller cleans it up. Miller.
Quick move, and 1. That's a quick move.
Even Crops would be an upgrade over the slide flip-flops that they all seem to walk around in. Miller dumps it down. Goes for Lipscomb, and we come back, but Baba Miller has come alive around the basket for Cincinnati.
I saw Mark Allery from Kansas stop at the free throw line and keep his guy, and they threw it over his head. I tried to do that, and I missed it. Nick Van Exel threw it over my head.
Cincinnati as a team has 38 compared to 27 for the Bisons today.
Talk a lot about the Houston defense, but Cincinnati, they can play on that end as well. And they go into Miller for their first field goal. He is 7'2", is Mustafa Cham, the native of Senegal, who spent last year at UCF. Now that's where he's more comfortable right there. Largest lead for Cincinnati. And Cincinnati has a 5-on-4 as Tugler recovers. And they take advantage right into Zella. Well, you know he likes what Uzan is doing. That's 3 triples in this half. He's got 11 points on the game. Miller, count it, and a foul.
6'11", being able to handle, fake the handoff.
Flemings, that one left short, rebounded Jizzle James. James will push. Thomas up top for Baba Miller. Thomas was sharp all over it, gives it up. Gets it back. Two-man game with Miller. Up with a right, and he got the bounce.
He has to take advantage. Baba Miller either bucket for himself or draw a double team.
How about that pass? We are tied at 60.
Just good basketball. Great pass right here. Beautiful finish.
An early 7-2 lead for the Mountaineers in their Big 12 home opener. Baba Miller with the easy flush, his first 2 of the night.
And we see another in for a treat, Rich. Clear the corner out.
Eagle staff, good hands by Baba Miller. They've got numbers. Miller, the lob. Sincere Harris, the finish.
And that is what you have to do. That's what you have to rely on. If you're Cincinnati right now, in the half court, your offense is not great. So what does that mean, Rich? That means you have to get stops. And when you get those stops, convert those into easy buckets on the opposite side. Good pass right there by Baba Miller. Good finish by Sincere Harris. But it starts on the defensive side. That's how you climb your way back into games. When you're on the road in an environment like West Virginia and your offense is not falling the way you want it. I feel like that's the one you have to shoot in rhythm. You got what you wanted. You had the advantage. Those are the ones you have to take.
Wow, and somehow that ball went in. These 2 of the most ferocious in the country. Here's Miller, baseline.
Good pass.
Feeds it, and McKinley chips in, and that is a big plus. A game-high 16 for Honor Huff. Transferred over from Chattanooga by way of Brooklyn, New York. That 3 is good, and all of a sudden...
Last year at St. Bonaventure. That was a really, really good team.
Out of the timeout, Celestine. But just 2 and 4 in their last 6 games.
Got to get the ball down low.
Wes Miller telling his team today at practice, you have to play with desperation. Threw it up, looked for the foul, and none came. Miller, the lob to Chom.
Ball on the glass, I don't know. That's not a great look at it. But nonetheless, they counted it as a block. And if you get
8th in major conference basketball in assists per game. Here's Riley Kugel out of the double team, turned it over. This is a good Cincinnati defense. Miller handles off the window. Fulks lost the handle. Got it back, wrapped it up, and somehow found his big man, but he's blocked from behind. Nice look up ahead, Sincere Harris off the window.
What a great start for Cincinnati, their first couple possessions.
For Baba Miller, he's got 4. Burks blocked by Miller.
To an NBA team in the future.
He's averaging 10.5 and 6.7 rebounds a game. And now he's got back-to-back buckets.
So
his
watch
second
this.
foul.
Miller drives the middle. Okay, instead of staying in one spot, Stillwell loses sight of him because Chom is playing behind the beat. Great energy every time he steps on the floor. Okay, and being super aggressive at all times.
Here he is putting it on the deck. Nice feed. And McKinley pays it off. Fulks can't do it himself. Another rebound for Baba. Behind his back. Baba takes it himself.
That's what I'm talking about, Rich, for Baba Miller. Okay, the fast break, he gets the rebound, shows the handle, has his head up. Okay, goes behind the back as they go for the steal.
With a coast-to-coast highlight. And now he comes away with it again, leading the break.
Give it back
Thomas,
to him.
Back to Miller. It's the Baba Miller show.
You love to see that. He gives it up, knowing, trusting his teammate Day Thomas to give it back to him, and then the above the rim.
5 on the shot clock. Pocket pass. Chom missed it. Miller got it back. Celestine for 3. 8th tie of the ball game. Harris, Miller, got it.
And now they play man-to-man.
Miller muscles it up and in.
So because UCF went zone to man,
You just heard Coach McCall say it. Who's the more desperate team? Because we know Cincinnati has to play that way. If they don't, the crowd's going to let them hear it. And Mustafa Cham picking up exactly where he left off in the UCF game. Career high 24. He took Felix Caceres, another one of these young players, and Ranchi turns it over right away. This is when they're great out in space.
Big man Baba Miller takes it all the way himself.
Bottom 80 in the nation in makes. That is a problem right now. And you had Harris shoot it, who they want to shoot that. Great block by Miller. And Miller can, he's just not been able to knock him down today. That's the first possession of the game. Turnovers, 15 points off turnovers for the Bears. One transfer in the team. He really gives them something. He's playing with that aggression right now. His teammates have to meet it. Whoa.
Baba Miller from the rafters.
Bench, are you mentally locked into the game? Absolutely. Okay, you know what they're going to do against this pressure. Baba catches the high post. I'm going to get to the short corner. You're going to dive back.
This is the three. He's averaging 14 points per game for Colorado. Miller going right at him on the offensive end. Southpaw Johnson, an awkward-looking shot. A quick possession for Colorado, who hasn't scored in 2.5 minutes. The alley-oop to Miller. Dede Thomas delivers the assist.
Miller's putting on a show. Good finish by Baba. We're going a full line change. We're going 5 wide here for Cincinnati. Dak just pushed off the block by Miller.
Oh, and Miller sends it packing as the shot clock expires.
This is an interesting role reversal, too, and offensively. When you have a recent vintage, they've been very good moving the ball, player movement. Great block by Miller here. It's the first time we see them trap out of this zone look.
Abayev answers with a corner three.
If you're looking at it, Jizzle's struggled to make shots from 3, so we're going to pick a guy on a 2-on-1. He made the right play knowing the personnel.
Dede Thomas feeding inside. Miller drew the double team. Doesn't matter. Next whistle for both teams will be in the bonus. The lob inside. Jizzle James connects with Baba Miller.
It's an illustration of a team. Simple ball screen up top, back. There's not even a screen. Jump.
First 8-0 start in school history since 1949. And it's been early season success for this young team and head coach Tad Boyle.
And learning to win is something.
How about Miller? He wanted it underneath the basket.
Well, they're also missing Jalen Haynes, who hasn't played at all. The transfer from George Mason was one of the best players in the A-10 last year. And talking to Wes Miller before the game, is scoring and rebounding, and then you lose him. They were building a lot around him, and then he got hurt at the end of October.
Celestine rips it away into the pocket of Jizzle. Baba Miller and one.
And this guy's got a 7+ foot wingspan, 6'11". He's got great hands, great understanding, good touch.
Inside to Mustafa Cham. Off the glass and in, and rattled off the iron, hit the backboard and dropped for Cincinnati. Trying to put a win on the board in Big 12 play for the first time this year. Baba Miller already has 20 points, make it 22.
But it's so many layers to it.
Dede Thomas kept alive on the offensive glass. Jizzle James knocks down the three. Jefferson on the ground beats Celestine to the basketball and a reset for Iowa State. Step back, Torre rejected by Baba Miller. Got it back, and Miller's there for the rebound. Jefferson, he lost it. Baba Miller's there to take it over. Here comes Baba with the right hand.
That's nice. That's smooth.
Jizzle James trying to feed it inside to Miller. He's swarmed in the corner. What a pass.
That is a big-time pass.
Dede Thomas knocks it down. Now Miller, they left him wide open. And the three goes down. He is so happy. Just a few seconds on the shot clock. Nelson tripped up. And Baba Miller sent him packing.
Yes, and it's been like that right from the jump.
Miller double teamed inside. Harris, another layup.
The vision. And you see he put up the goggles after the pass.
Thomas, pump fake for three. Miller, the offensive rebound. Goes back up with it and finishes.
Although I could say that about half of Arizona's roster.
Wow! Oh my gosh, take cover. Where did that come from? Baba Miller. Yikes. On the other end, a foul.
Well, I'm still catching my breath, partner, from that last play. But Baba Miller, if you haven't seen Cincinnati play and you want to know who their most talented and best player is, here he is coming right into your living room, leads them in scoring and rebounding. I call him a play-making power forward. He's also a tremendous passer. I mean, there are games where he's a little bit up and down. You mentioned he had that 18 the other night, but that was coming off a 6-point performance against ASU a few days before that.
Miller with the soft touch. Ball in his hands now. Little bunny and a good touch there. Baba Miller with 6 early. It's an 11-1 run for the Bearcats. Miller. Abayev. Oh, he's hot. Missing 10 of their final 12 shots. Baba Miller. Too strong. Bottles his miss. And the tip back is good. Under 10 to shoot. Miller, 10 points, 5 boards, and there's no call. There was no call. Oh, wow.
Let me just sit back and watch. How strange was this, folks?
Cincinnati wins the tip. Your officials this evening: Brett Smith, Chris Pashy, Robert Felder. Cincinnati comes in, and already an easy find down low.
It's just a little roll and replace. You can see Baba Miller slide up briefly to give himself a better angle, but he's got that rabbit speed. Stop and go, stop and go.
Here's Miller, takes it in from the wing, muscles the defender out of his way, and a feathery finish. A lot of these players starting to gel together. As you see Gribovich, the turnover right into the hands of Harris. Harris down the floor. Miller, acrobatic take to the cup.
Come on, Jordan.
How about this play off the turnover?
Nobody moved for Arizona State. You get when you're doubled, you have to have some type of movement to find an open.
Turnovers in 2 of their last 3 possessions. 7-0 run for Arizona State, but they turn it over. Numbers ahead. Keyshawn Tillery, number 7, into the game for the Bearcats. Miller, the shot put is good. Tillery finds the pass. McKinley up top. It's Miller. Closes the lid.
Such a good floater game, and that is about as good of a pass, and it had to be quick.
Chiang and Kerr Kriisa on the floor right now for Cincinnati. Kriisa, his 3, right on target. Inside, McKinley will get it back out. Miller in the dunker spot. Oh, that'll quiet this crowd. Came into Tempe with cruel intentions, and a beautiful find to Miller.
You have to kind of live with a couple of those shots.
It's 2 of 4 from 3, and Cincinnati will certainly live with what Baba Miller's doing as he gives them the lead. They're able to get it in. Johnson curling. 5 on the shot clock. Johnson, that was blocked by Chom. He got a piece of that and wraps it up. Miller was the hot hand in the first half for Cincinnati. Miller double team, tries to scoop it up and under, regains it, and Chom popcorns it in.
And Truitt was really impressed the Arizona State coaching staff last season. He had 8 straight points on Jaden Quintons.
And then Miller again. Good. Miller with the rebound. Miller, he has fast break contentions. So Harris good. Again running the floor. Cincinnati crawling back into this one.
Since Cincinnati joined the Big 12 a couple of years ago. Oh, a tap to Thomas, and right away, instant offense up top to Baba Miller.
Well, right off of the jump, the Bearcats ready to play. Day leaving it up. Baba finishing it at the rim.
Here, still good friends with a couple of guys on the team and the coaching staff. James, one of his former teammates, Jizzle James from downtown.
This is a Cincinnati team that beat number 2 Iowa State.
That's their best win of the season.
Well, that heat check right there, he found out that the heat is hot right now.
But an answer finally for Cincinnati. Baba Miller with a flush.
For the open corner 3. And then Baba up nice, easy, and smooth.
For him, it's good to see that ball go through the hoop. Tye's really been struggling the last few games offensively. He didn't even have a field goal against TCU last time out. Thomas. Miller, another inside post touch, and he puts it home. Yesufu leads the break. Carr still scoreless, and it doesn't change there.
Just the defensive abilities right here. Baba walling up.
returns the favor. Air ball. Miller already has a double-double, and now he's got 12 points.
And that's what I was talking about in the first half.
And all 4 of the buckets for Skillings have been at the rim. How about Baba Miller? So tough to keep him off the offensive glass.
Athleticism, opportunity right here. And when you have length and athleticism.
And played at Providence.
Yep.
Rick Barnes, right?
Rick Barnes, Big East championship.
Rodriguez with a miss. Look who's there! Baba Miller.
This is one of the biggest evolutions of Baba's game. When he was at Florida State, Florida Atlantic.
Now they're going to him here against a smaller defender in Carr. Double team comes. So what does he do? He finds James, and he gets an assist.
Look at Baba Miller creating the defense to have to come double team, and just a timely pass.
Miller zips it inside to Zella. Zella with the turn and the hook. He's playing more because Mustafa Cham limped off towards the end of the first half and has not returned.
The idea was to have Kirk Kriisa, Dede Thomas, and Jizzle James on the floor at the same time. They've not been able to have that until today. And now all of a sudden the big goes out.
And there's the first 2 for Baba Miller. Degree of difficulty high on that shot. Here's James to Miller. Whips that pass into the corner to Tillery for 3. 2 good offensive possessions now, back-to-back for Cincinnati. Baba Miller. Pass tipped out to Celestine for 3. But a good find from Miller to get it to Celestine in the shooting pocket.
The majority of the first 2/3 of this season, due to personal reasons, rejoined the team about a month ago. Baba Miller, awkward shot off the right foot, nothing but net. Missing the layup, good rebound for Celestine. Now in transition, Baba Miller makes it an 11-2 ball game and a 9-0 run for the Bearcats.
When he gets out in transition, he can get easy flushes like that. Cincinnati up. And he said that he's seen growth in certain times of the season, but they have to be more consistent in that area.
Baba Miller sends on her huff packing, and Miller gets fouled in transition. No bucket. Baba Miller, this time working against Jasper Floyd. Good cross-court pass, and Jizzle James just cannot miss. He started this game 4 for 4. He's got 10 points. Baba Miller, baseline, that's too easy.
Bucket, because you see Jasper Floyd, he has to step up a little bit sooner. He has to get both feet outside the paint right there.
Kreese has been in college long enough, he could have a doctorate at this point.
So he better have high IQ, huh?
Baba Miller coming up this weekend in a game that maybe has some upset potential written on it.
I mean, Oak State played well. Anthony Roy is one of the best. Oh, man.
Baba Miller, the block, his final 10 seconds. The big man has it. Miller to his left, off the glass and in. 10 points in the half for Baba Miller. He's had a field goal in nearly 3 minutes. Connor Huff, tipped by Baba Miller.
Keyshawn Tillery in off the bench. He's a freshman. Miller takes a lot of threes, doesn't make a lot of threes except that time. James steps into this one. Miller up top high. Miller erupts.
I'll tell you, he threw a nice pass across the court too, and then he gets that rebound.
Consistency, you can find that. All the physical tools
are there.
Shoot it. Here's Beal. Takes it to the rim. Ball chased the rebound. Thomas was the one to touch it first. And Cincinnati grabs Miller on the run. James steps into it. Launches. Bullseye. Back. Cincinnati had a counter. Jizzle James puts it in. Cincy back in control. UCF got it back within single digits. Miller off the screen and roll. Loves! That is gorgeous basketball. Tom with the exclamation point. Miller handles. He's 6'11". Deep step pivot. Celestine drives. Celestine chisels it in. It only splits. Thomas one-on-one. Stillwell retreats, and Thomas takes and makes. 3 fingers in the air. Cincinnati feeling it. That 22-point lead that Cincinnati had before that dunk was the largest lead the Bearcats have had in Big 12 play this season. Back to 22! And Bob Miller flexes and might get called for a technical there.
Yep.
Yeah, he flexed right in the vicinity of a night. But he's trying to say good night as the Bearcats lead by 22.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, he didn't really do it right in the reserve. Their 4th win in Big 12 play. Miller aggressive to the rim. Hammer through.
So NJIT's a lot different team now than they were then. They're 9-2, by the way.
The headline for the Knights, really one of the roughest games all year for Themis Folks. The point where he only played limited minutes in the second half. Came in with a net of 44. Miller, oh yeah! It has been Miller time.
That the trap is going to happen, therefore you must be an outlet valve for that trap.
Castillo dancing with the rock, has to chuck it up, no good. Rebound to Thomas, up ahead.
Could be more productive with that second unit. He's had to start the last 5 games because of the injuries. Miller doesn't make a lot of threes, but he's now got to make in back-to-back games. Wes Miller loves the way he plays. Feels like he could be one of the best point guards in the country someday.
Oh boy.
Miller hits another 3. And it's the 5th made 3 for the Bearcats.
And the ball movements, and now we got another steal. This is where Cincinnati was really good versus UCF. Nice lob.
Tillery up top. Miller closes the lid.
Stepping out to the corner, and defense turnovers into offense. A big-time lob. Had that much touches to start this game, and he needed to make something happen.
James, his 3, unbelievable. Try and tune up their defense. Miller, the drive, no good, and another stop for the Wildcats. Jones down the runway. That is sent out of orbit.
We talked about Baba Miller scoring this season. We've talked about how he's one of the best rebounders.
3 of 3 from beyond the arc.
And what smart patience from the freshman Tyler McKinley to kick that out.
Then the Bearcats scratch out another stop. Miller to Celestine. And Celestine having himself an evening. 13 points.
And everybody's making threes, throwing alleys. Wow.
Arguably their most impressive half of ball this season. Miller in the paint. Zella, catch, power dribble, up with the left, puts it in.
The arm extended at the very end is what got that offensive foul.
James left all alone, splashes a 3, and a bit of a miscommunication by Kansas. Continue to give him that green light because now he can find that rhythm, and he's hit more threes in the last 2 games than he has all season. And Miller gets his own miss, not a single Wildcat in the picture, and he throws it down.
Nobody.
So here's more of that zone look coming out from Kansas State. Pump fake in the corner from Thomas. Contested 3, rains it in over Johnson. Punch that they're capable of doing. You know what you're getting from Baba Miller. Remember, they're doing this without Mustafa Chum. Oh my goodness. Baba Miller with a fastball of a souvenir to the 4th row.
But the passing has been here at a very high level. There's a great look again. Cincinnati has 18 assists tonight.
The leather is just flying around the court. Day Thomas.
Have won 2 in a row and 3 of their last 5, taking on a Utah team who has struggled mightily in the conference season, and that is not a good start for Utah.
So they need to turn things around quickly because they were not ready for that one.
It was a great tip. Also a head coach in the NBA G League here in Ohio for the Canton Charge. Offensive rebound, put back by Miller. Cincinnati has not gotten Baba Miller too many touches. He's working for one here on a mismatch against Brown. Back-to-back for Keyshawn Tillery. For Cincinnati, a 10-0 run for the Bearcats. Bob Miller drew the double team, finds Tyler McKinley for the lay-in.
Wow.
McKinley averaging just 2 points per game this year. Miller another steal. Baba coast to coast.
Different things. He is what you call a complete basketball player, not just a big.
Miller lowers the shoulder right into the chest of Keanu Dawes.
But he's got that power and experience. Good matchup from the forward spot.
Celestine, a chance for a 4-point play.
He was work on the baseline and in the paint.
Chom, turn around again, flush.
That's just way too easy. They continue just to do a good job of finding him on the inside, but give Cincinnati credit and Chom credit as well. He is
40 seconds to go. Cincinnati wants to push. Celestine drops it off to Baba Miller, and Cincinnati takes the lead. Top by 1.
Well, this all started with their defense. Chom steps up when McHenry's trying to get to the rim. Good job protecting, resisting on the inside, and this is where Cincinnati needs to really attack. Is after a miss, they've been a bit slow.
A lot of people thought this group could break the streak.
Yeah, this kid is talented. Miller finds people, straight off the deck.
And it rattles home.
Eye-popping in a silent way.
Yes. Baba Miller does a little bit of everything for this team. That's creative on the scoop to the hoop.
He can elevate now.
Give it up for Miller. Hunkering down is White. Kick. The jumper by James is good. It's a 3.
Nice look, though. Good.
Had the puffy face and played through the pain. Miller. Miller time, apparently.
Shot 34% last year.
Work. This fella is talented. He's long and he is skilled.
Harris in the game.
He can really push it, obviously, and a great defender, I think.
Oh, Miller faked the handoff and lays it in with the full extension. Miller is 3 out of 4. The rest of the team is 2 of 12.
Oh, he just has to jump here.
Oh, Miller rises up for the deuce.
Nice read of that. They're riding Miller right now.
Miller, isolation. Turn, connects.
Easy game.
They trail by 2. Thomas back in the game.
Nice tuck in.
Drop it inside.
He's got both hands there.
Chom has looked really comfortable against some of the best shot blocking bigs. And the rebound knocked out to Cincinnati.
Nice look.
Miller already made a 3, makes another. Bob Miller with a long range hit. So it's Miller versus Tiller. And Miller is blocked on the inside. They stick with it. Counted and a foul. Chom on 6 of 12 shooting for Peterson. Miller looks to the interior, now goes the other side. The Harris 3 is pure.
How about that? The rest is talent.
And Raph now the 2-point guards for Cincinnati as we see the Cincy.
Got to reverse it quick.
Tillery in and out. It was halfway down. The ball knocked around. Miller feeds. Chom ball fake and the layup goes.
Hustle.
Shifting gears as Thomas goes behind the back for Miller.
Nice entry.
Feed the post. Chom scores on the interior.
Great high-low action. Miller.
It's a 6-point Cincinnati lead.
Good shots is what you're thinking. Look at this post up.
And Chom is playing with a ridiculous level of confidence.
In their black uniforms, the Bearcats control the opening tip. Jizzle James, number 2 in black, with the ball. First shot of the game, J.J. Thomas knocks down a 3.
The NBA is not being mentioned. It's always been there, but it's looking more and more sure as time progresses.
Mid post. 2 feet in the paint, and he gets it to go. He's only had 1 season where he hasn't collected 20 or more wins. The Red Raiders have already reached that plateau this season. Catch and release, Jizzle James for 3. Must be impressed.
Extremely impressed with this young man.
Here's Miller, 3 on the timer. Takes it himself and gets it to go. And he's helped stake Cincinnati to an early 6-point lead on the road. James, 2 for 2 from 3 for Jizzle James.
Guarded P.J. Haggerty as well.
Here's Miller. 4 points, 3 dimes already for the big man. Make it 6 points now for Baba Miller, having his way in the early going. Baba Miller. Deep 3 from number 18 in black. With 10, 5, and 5 in the first half of the game. It's an embarrassment of riches when it comes to point guard play in the Big 12. Chom with a 2-hand flush. Baseline jumper, no. Rebound from Chom. Off the window, no. And Baba Miller's got
his first bucket of the second half.
The Bearcats look to attack again. Miller from the flip from Thomas. Miller driving, soaring to the cup for the lay-in. Miller draws two. Retreats the dribble. Thomas open. What a find from Miller. The three. It's good. What a dime delivered by Baba Miller. Ahmed gets his hands on it again. Celestine from outside. No good. Miller over Coleman. Tillery from the top with the artillery. James from up top trying to beat the zone. Ahmed fighting Zella. Zelli volleyballs it to Miller. Miller flips it in. Because there are some eye-popping numbers as far as what he's been doing to opposing guards in the Big 12. Miller, shot clock expiring. Elevates in the paint. So efficient when he can get in the key. Just under a minute left here in the first half. 14-point lead for Cincinnati. Miller trying to turn the corner. Finds the angle off the window. 11 seconds left. Miller, here we go, will take the handoff, and now it's Coleman checking him. Chom feints the screen. Two bigs. Miller over the top, right to Chom. Just like they drew it up. Cincinnati, an offensive explosion.
Chom to end the half. That's about as good as it gets. Pro scouts loving it. It was about decision-making, chemistry, spacing. They've started to figure it out.
Tillery saves it over to Miller. Thomas from outside. It has been that kind of afternoon. Tillery, Miller, dish pass, Chom right at the bucket for two.
The idea is when you look at a team in a small sample size, how good are they playing?
13 made threes for Cincinnati. Their season high in a game is 16. Here's Chom. He's got a season high 20 to go along with a career high 13 rebounds. He now has a new season high with 22 points.
At this point of the year, I'm exhausted. I'm banged up. I'm bruised. Every single one of these guys on the court is absolutely toast.
Thomas at 26 points. His career high is 29. He had that in the 2024 Big 12 tournament against West Virginia. Miller to the cup. The basketball has been the key as Baba Miller emphatically puts the Bearcats.
You see they're double teaming Jizzle James. They're not going to let him play pick and roll tonight. But here's the problem. Then you got to rotate and scramble out of it. And they get it to one of their best shooters in the corner. So much easier for the perimeter players to get open looks and share the basketball. Great ATO out of the timeout by Coach Wes Miller. Dayton gets the team's best defender each and every night, and he's seeing multiple bodies at all times.
Baba Miller, and one off the glass.
Boop is going to come out of the game here. Baba Miller, great job of turning his shoulders, getting his right.
Miller fading away. Tough shot for Baba Miller. To Utah a couple weeks ago, and that's what has gotten the ire of these Cincinnati Bearcat fans over the course of this year, as they have dropped a lot of winnable games. Miller backing down DiBonsa. Sweeps it across to Mustafa Chom.
And he does the goggles because he has the great vision. First in the post. You want to bring a double team? Okay, I got the vision. I'll drop a dime to my big man.
Miller on DiBonsa again. Miller has not shied away. Jizzle James, elbow J.
To be able to pivot like that and get away from a 6'11 defender and rise up in the paint.
Jizzle James.
But Jizzle James chose the hardwood over the helmet.
Oh my! The exclamation point!
Well, here's been Cincinnati's offense tonight. Get the stops, get out and run.
Harris, the Illinois transfer. Miller backs it up, slips it inside to Chom.
How about that pass? Big on big crime right there. That was just a beautiful job by Miller. Did you see it? See on that slip? And it's not just the slip, it was a perfect pass. You talked about punch. Miller similarly hasn't had a lot of shots, but he's really been able to initiate the offense terrifically because he's not forcing it. Like, just stayed poised, waited for something to open up, and they're able to get that easy deuce.
And now it is a real uphill battle. There's the first field goal for Baba Miller.
Force of TCU. He was not to be denied, which he had been all game here as TCU is in control.
6'8", fifth-year senior who only averages 3 points per game. Miller moved it. Celestine rips it and drills another. Miller has the mismatch with McHenry. Cham wants another. Too strong, and Miller the follow, and he got fouled.
Just a little bit too late to react and put a body on, and then Baba Miller playing above the rim right there. Big time play. And then in all their rotations have been really tight so far. What a pass.
By Miller out of the double to find the cutting Sincere Harris. Traore trying to stop an 8-0 run, but Cincinnati's back with it. Harris, lob, Miller. Utah 3 of its last 23 from the floor after starting 3 of 7. Cham on the turnaround.
These elite shot blockers, but they know how to be big in the paint, and then they have guards that can terrorize you on the ball.
Baba Miller, a terror on the glass right now. McKinley with a dig from Sanders. Post feed, Miller.
But now when the big is bringing it up, it really puts your defense in a bind because you get cross-matched a lot.
Cham over Okonkwo.
But the potential is there. He can do so many other things. And then the other part of it, there's that passing. Man, at 6'10", just seeing over the defense. If you're Dawes, you got to pressure the ball. Good job by Brown.
The Utes have it down to 7. They've trailed by as many as 15 as Miller takes off. He's matched up with Brown. Moved it for Celestine. Yes!
That's why. He's your best playmaker.
He and Day Thomas have shot the ball pretty well.
Celestine as well, including yesterday. Ball rejected out of bounds to the Bearcats. Celestine, who had the 19 points yesterday. And now the Bearcats. Cham has hit 2 threes already today. He's hit another.
Celestine, any open looks.
Celestine always a threat from beyond the arc. Hit 5 yesterday, hit 2 today, hit another one right here. And back to a 4-point lead for the Knights. Thomas will try a deep one and hit it.